In space, silence is never meaningless, especially when an object is moving close to a star. Comets are noisy. They vent gas, they accelerate, they wobble as sunlight pushes against them. But 3I-ATLAS did none of that. For months, astronomers watched it drift through the inner solar system, and it behaved like a dead weight. No visible outgassing, no measurable push from solar radiation, no unpredictable motion, just smooth, perfect obedience to gravity. That is not normal. When sunlight hits ice, physics demands a reaction. Gas escapes, momentum changes, the object moves. But 3I-ATLAS stayed silent. And in physics, silence tells a story. It suggests one of two things. Either the object is incredibly massive, or it is interacting with sunlight in a way we do not understand. Both options are unsettling. To explain this silence, scientists ran the numbers. If solar radiation was hitting 3I/ATLAS and failing to move it, then the object had to be heavy, extremely heavy. Based on its lack of acceleration, models suggested a diameter of several kilometers, a mass in the tens of trillions of kilograms, a mountain-sized body drifting between the stars. This made sense at first. Heavy objects have inertia. They resist change. They do not respond easily to small forces. So astronomers accepted the idea. 3I/ATLAS was a giant. But there was a problem. Nothing about its brightness, composition, or behavior matched such an enormous mass. There was no violent activity, no fragmentation, no chaotic behavior near the sun. It looked big, but it acted empty. And that contradiction would soon collapse the entire model. Everything changed when more sensitive instruments detected motion. Not much, just a whisper, a tiny non-gravitational acceleration. But when that whisper was added to the equations, the giant disappeared. Suddenly, 3I/ATLAS could not be massive anymore. It had to be light, very light. The new calculations reduced its mass by over 99%. That is not a correction. That is a transformation. It is the difference between a mountain and a shell. To lose that much mass naturally, an object should explode. It should leave debris. It should scream across the sky. 3I/ATLAS did none of that. It went from heavy to light without leaving a trace, which raises a disturbing possibility. What if the mass was never there? If 3I/ATLAS is not a solid rock, everything changes. A hollow structure would explain the silence. A thin shell would explain the sudden acceleration. A light object could ride solar radiation instead of fighting it. In other words, it would behave less like a comet and more like a sail. This idea is controversial, and it should be, but it fits the data better than a vanishing mountain of ice. NASA models assume objects are either rock or gas. 3I/ATLAS refuses to stay in either category. It entered our system quietly. It left without resistance, and it never behaved the way a natural body should. Whether this object is a rare cosmic fluke or something intentionally designed, it has exposed a blind spot in our understanding. The universe may not be empty. It may simply be quiet in ways we are not prepared to hear. And 3I/ATLAS may be the clearest example yet that silence itself can be the anomaly.